I want some pork fried rice with some sesame chicken and an egg roll and a can of soda. We're about to eat some Chinese food. Nathaniel, get off of me. Oh, 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 oh. Ow. Ah. Let's get some Chinese food. My wife wanted some food, so gonna get her some food right now. Yeah, welcome to the hood. All right. Ooh, that joint is looking good, good, good. Good. Let's have some bon appetit. Gersonzero here. I'm bringing it back. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a regular show or a regular series, but I'll try from time to time to eat with you guys. So, as you saw in the video, got myself some. I had to put it in a bowl because I just can't eat it in that freaking styrofoam plate thingy. So I got sesame chicken with pork fried rice. Now the only reason why I got pork fried rice is I normally would eat it with either white rice or brown rice, but my wife hates white rice, and she sometimes just can't have chicken with white rice. Now she didn't get sesame chicken. She's not a fan of breaded chicken at all, unless it's really full of chicken, right? So, me personally, I like the taste, carbs and all, right? Gained a lot of weight recently, but this is what this video is about. So, here's a disclaimer: I will be chewing while I'm talking. Okay, I apologize for that. Oh, did I show you? Got a nice cold Pepsi here. Brought to you by Pepsi. So, man, I'm telling you guys, sometimes I really need to start doing some streams if I could just let loose, man. I got so much right here that I need to get out my chest. I'm gonna get some of it out my chest right now. Let me tell you something. Have you ever thought about just rebooting your life? As in, not being satisfied with certain aspects of your life. In my case, has nothing to do with my marriage, has nothing to do with having a son, with my wife. Love them both, alright? I reheated it in the microwave. Oh, you saw that rice come out? So excuse me there. Have you ever woke up? Now let me tell you my schedule for work. I work from 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. with the worst days off ever. Could be worse, but in my opinion, it takes a toll on you, my schedule. Tuesday and Sunday off. So I basically have to get up at 5 in the morning, 5:10 to be exact, that's where I have my alarm set to, 5:10. And then after that, get dressed, get in the car, drive to work. Now mind you, my car is a piece of crap right now. So imagine having to get up at 5:10 in the morning, hate your job, hate your life, with the exception of when you're home, because I feel like it's only when I'm home that I'm happy. As in, I go to work and I want to kill myself. Not literally, but okay, maybe. I don't know, I can't say. But it's like this feeling of like depression and sadness. Now this is not to take away, I don't want to make light of anyone who is under depression, because that's a serious issue here. But I'm talking about, I get that you should be satisfied with what you have in life, but for me, I feel like if I don't do something about this, something wrong is gonna happen. Not like taking my life or anything like that. Again, I don't want to make light of anything like that. But I almost quit, bro, this month, man. I almost quit my job. I haven't been working like a month, bro, unpaid. It's some serious stuff, man. Like, now I'm trying not to curse because I don't know if you've noticed in my previous videos, I have not been cursing And that's one of the reasons why I haven't been doing Fire Emblem. If I'm gonna do Fire Emblem, it can't be in this home, in this apartment. It has to be recording in my mom's, because that's the only place that I'm gonna be able to use profanity. I try not to curse in front of my son anymore. In fact, I don't even put movies or video games that have profanity, because I don't want him to pick up that language, right? And I'll tell you this right now, because of that, when I'm outside of work, the profanity is taken to the next level at work, coupled with my suppressing my need to curse. Now, don't get me wrong, I curse sometimes. When I get really mad, I'll curse. And it just slips out, right? Sometimes my emotions take over. But when I'm at work and I talk to customers, I work in a call center, if you guys don't know. I fucking hate it. All right, I can't. You don't understand how much I hate that job. And the only reason why I work there, benefits, the pay, and the benefits, that's the only reason. Okay, to be fair, because I work a decent schedule where I can see my son after work. But it gets to the point where when I come home from work, don't talk to me. Like, I get so upset at work. And I know I shouldn't be taking things personal when I talk to customers, but I do. All right, I've held my tongue for so long that if you get me on the phone right now, pray for me, because I feel like one day I'm gonna lose my job if I get a certain customer. Now, by the way, this food is really good. So I did some rebranding with the channel recently. I've changed the name. Oh, by the way, when I'm eating, I've learned not to drink soda until you're almost done with your meal. Same thing with juice, because what I do is I'll eat and drink, eat and drink, eat and drink, eat and drink, and I get full easily. And then within the next hour or two, I get really hungry. And not just like a little, like, oh, maybe I should get a snack. No, I'm starving. So I'm trying to down all of this, and then I'll try to drink this. Unless I'm drinking water. If I'm drinking water, then I can go back and forth for the most part. So I'm telling you, bro, like, ever since I rebranded the channel, like the name and, you know, the direction of where I'm going with more reviews, more vlogs, now when you guys get to know me a little bit more, I started thinking about maybe I should rebrand my life. Now, I never went, well, I went to college, but I never completed even my associates. You know, like, I never got my associates, unfortunately. You know why? Because I got stuck in remedial math. Oh my goodness, remedial math. I went to school for originally computer operations, then computer programming. Computer operations was the dumbest degree ever, like, literally. Like, it's dumb. Maybe for the time back then, it was something pretty big. But as technology evolved, you weren't proving anything, because there's kids being raised on this stuff. My son is a beast at the PlayStation, the laptop, the mouse on the computer, the 3DS. He's a beast versus me. I got my degree in computer operations. Ooh, I know how to turn on a computer. Nah, man, come on. You're gonna get the boot. So, did computer programming, but I had to do math courses. Let me tell you this. I went into the classroom, and the guy was like, I don't remember the exact course, okay? But he started doing slope on the board, and I was like this. Slope? I'll tell you this right now. I don't even know what slope is. That's how long it's been, okay? So, I've always felt discouraged as I was in college, because I felt like I never truly knew what I wanted to do with my life. And honestly, I still don't know what to do with my life. The only thing I know is to keep people entertained in some way, whether I'm having company, or if I go over someone's place, or we go out. Not that I'm the life of the party, I don't want to say that, but a lot of people tend to gravitate towards me and my circle of friends because they feel very comfortable towards me or around me. And I feel like that's the only thing that I can really do and excel in that and be myself, because that's the thing. I try not to be someone else. I try to be me. All right, I try to be myself, and that's it. And like ever since I started working at my job, which I'm going on 10 years in April. Now, let me put this into perspective. I'm 31. I just turned 31 in September. My birthday is on September 16, 1985. So, like on April 1st or April something, I'm going to be 10 years with the company. And then I look at it, I go, wow, I was 21 when I started working there. And during the time, working for that company, I was like, this is a pretty cool job, like. But then I started like hating it maybe around 2010 because I started working there in 07, right? Started hating it in 2010. And then by 2012, it got a little better because then I started working with some good friends, which I'm still friends with. Even though they don't work there any longer, I'm still friends with them outside of work. And because of that, it made work a little better. But this is the thing, you can't go somewhere just because of friends, right? You can't. I knew what I was doing, staying in the job just because they were there was the wrong thing to do. I should have got out of there, right? Because this is prior to meeting. Well, I met my wife in 2011, right? But we didn't move in together till 2013, so I should have left by then. By 2013, I shouldn't have even been working there. Because then in 2013. We moved into this apartment, and I'm hoping to maybe move by next year if I'm lucky. And ever since then, I kind of felt stuck. I felt maybe I shouldn't have done that. Not move in with her, not that, but as in keep this job that I'm working at now as a source of income. And she's worked jobs here and there, right? There's times where the job that she worked at, she was a librarian. She hated it so much, and I was like, yo, just leave your job. I got it. Like, I didn't like seeing her like that. Seeing her feel what I felt of the pure hatred of getting up in the morning and going to hell, because that's what it is. It's not going to work. You're going to hell, right? So I'm in hell, right? And I don't want anyone to go through that. I don't want my son to go through that. I don't want my wife to go through that. I don't want any of my friends to go through that. I have a friend who went through some severe issues working in that job. And it's now that he's getting better because he no longer works there. He took a risk and he's not there anymore. Now, I can't say for sure if he makes exactly the same amount, but he makes enough to survive. And that's the thing, man. Like, I don't want to make enough to survive. I want to make enough not to be comfortable and live comfortably and spend my money on video games, because I've toned down a lot on buying video games. I only buy video games that I'm gonna play unless they're on sale. But I want to live life financially where if I lose that job, I go, well, okay, at least I'm good for a few months. That's what I want. And honestly, I can do that right now. I can go, you know what? I quit, and then I can just work. I can be off for maybe 8 to 10 months. Realistically, 6 months guaranteed. I don't have to worry about anything financially. Me and my wife don't even have to work for 6 months. And then when we're approaching month 8, month 9, it's time to get a job. But that's the thing, man. Like, I don't want to work in customer service ever again in a call center environment. In fact, I don't want to work in a customer service where it's, because I don't do sales, I do technical support, and I don't want to do anything that has any relation to the customer tries to swindle you or the customer tries to negotiate. No, get out of here. And it pisses me the fuck off when I talk to assholes like that. Like, I'm on the phone with this dickhead, and then he's like, "Oh, you know, my bill is $52.90. What can you do for me?" I'm like, "Dude, $52.90? What the hell are you talking about? The regular price is starting at $90. You got the mega promotion." I just go, "Sorry, sir, there's nothing I can do." "Oh, wow, you really care about me." I swear, if he was in front of me, I would have punched his fucking teeth out. Yeah, I would definitely recommend calling us when someone's there to help you, because the cable box is working. It's just on the wrong channel, the TV. That's all that needs to be done. Like, if you're having issues getting on the right input, you can just give us a call when someone is there, like maybe a home attendant. That way they can help you.
You don't come nowhere until Friday.
Yeah, I mean, we can schedule someone, but I wouldn't recommend it because they're going to charge you for that if they see that the TV's on the wrong input.
Yeah, let's listen to this real good.
Yeah.
Like, this happens to me every morning sometime, you know. And, you know, I'm getting tired of it. You know, I've been having cable a long time, and I'm not getting no help from cable. You know, I see I pay for our bills on time, and I see that I'm a senior citizen, and I'm not getting no help from cable at all. You know, I'm trying to work it away. I can get something else. You know,
I mean, sir, don't you think that what I'm doing right now is helping you? If I'm if I'm not helping you, sir, then what are we doing right now on the phone?
Come from the office all the time. Soon as I cut my TV on, it goes no signal. You know, that's come from your. That's your problem. That's not my problem.
It's actually not our problem, sir. The TV is the problem. That's what the issue is. We don't own your TV. You own your TV.
Yeah, but I'm. You know what? You know, I think I'm just going to cut it off, man. I'm going to basic TV, man. This, you know, when I come back from the house, I'm called. I don't think I want cable no more. You know, it's too much of a hassle for me. Okay, have a good day.
You too. Merry Christmas. Take care.
Yeah, I go.
Anyway, I'm sorry for the profanity again. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's a problem, bro. So this is what I want to do. And it's very difficult. But I'm going to attempt to work till June. Because I have to save up enough money to fix my car. I need like sorry guys, this thing is lagging. I need like $2,000-$3,000 guaranteed, stacked from me getting paid, which I can do by April, May. Fix the car 100%, and then I can look for employment elsewhere, maybe in White Plains. I live in the Bronx, by the way. White Plains, somewhere outside of the city. Look, man, I'm not asking for much. My goal is to get a job that pays $45,000 a year minimum. That's the starting salary that I need. Otherwise, it's not gonna work out. Okay, I'm making about 50 right now. I can't. It's not a lot, you know, especially in New York City. And my brother lives in Virginia. I've even thought about just moving out there, which is still, it's more than likely gonna happen. But I love New York. You know, I love New York City specifically. You know, I'm not a fan of the Bronx, right? But you saw my neighborhood when you saw the beginning of the video. It's not too pretty. But the apartment's nice, though. I like it a lot. So, look, I'll tell you this. I don't know what I want to do in my life. And I need to start thinking fast on what I want to do. You know, I thought about going back to school. That's a problem because then I have to take loans or maybe get financial aid if I qualify for it. I don't think I do. But I can always check. But then, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, and I don't want to sound lazy, but dude, I don't even know what slope is, bro. like once you, I'll tell you this. I know how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. I've always been piss poor at math. And once you start getting into fractions, you got me. I don't even know how to do fractions. You know how long it took me how to round when I was younger? Yo, that was a big problem. I used to go to tutoring for that. I still didn't get it. You know, like, guys probably think I'm an idiot. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm meant to work until I'm 62 and then retire and then live check by check. I don't know, man. Like, you guys ever felt that way? That maybe the career path that you're walking down, maybe you're not my age, right? Maybe in your 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, and you're in this path, this hallway that is dim, a little dusty, and the ceiling looks like it's about to collapse. you know, and you see all these doors. See all these doors in the hallway, and you're like, one of them is the exit. You know the exit for sure is all the way down the hall. But that light at the end of the tunnel is so far off, you don't know how long it's going to take to get there. No, you have a general idea, but you're going to be walking a long time. Or you can take one of the doors that are nearby. One could be a trick door. One can be the actual door that you may be looking for. Alright? I just need something. I need something that's gonna make me happy, you know, like I want something that I can go wake up in the morning, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, holidays off, wake up in the morning, and don't mind it. I mean, I love it. I'm not asking for that. That's tough, man. Like, you heard the saying about, I'm gonna butcher this saying, but you heard the saying about how following your dream is something that everyone does, but eventually you realize that you have to wake up. That's how I feel when I'm off. When I'm off these periods of time, I go, I know that I have to go to work next week. My son is knocking on the door right now. You see what I'm talking about? It's always a problem. So I don't know. I want to wake up in the morning, say, I'll be back, honey. Go to work, come back. That's it. And I've had jobs that have done that before. When I was younger, I've noticed that when I was younger, I was happier working those odd jobs or working in the Gap. I used to work in the Gap, right? I used to work as a secretary in my old school. I only worked like 2 months. And then I worked as, I worked an internship. It was a paid internship where I got paid $10 an hour. And I was basically like cloning hard drives, installing the Wi-Fi access points around the school. And again, I'm sorry if this is lagging. This laptop is bugging out right now. You know, I used to do a bunch of stuff. You know, whenever someone was having issues with basically admin work, right? But internship. I liked all those jobs. Well, except UPS. I hated it too. But I knew it was gonna end. You know, I was only working there because I wanted to make money for the holidays. So when they told me, hey, you can be a permanent employee, I went, no thank you. You get me? So, and plus I live with my parents, so there was really no consequences for quitting a job. Or I never got fired before, but quitting a job, no consequences. Now, you know, there's a heavy burden on my shoulders, and it's tough, you know. This is the worst eating with zero. Probably very depressing, right? Like, I barely ate. I ate most of the rice. But my wife was right. The sesame chicken ain't too good. You know, it's a little too breaded and a little too elasticy for my taste. This was the first job that I've had for such a long period of time that I despise with a passion. That I want to kill people and break windows, and it just pisses me off so much, you know. So I'm going back to work on Monday. They're probably going to give me a super final. And they're probably going to look into firing me soon. Which is crazy. Can't get into detail exactly why. I'll get into it after they fire me or when I quit. Then I can share some stories with you about the job. But yeah, man, it's tough, man. Like, I'm going to have to end the video soon. My son is bugging out. So that's my goal. My goal... I'm not gonna say it's my dream because again, I don't want to wake up, right? I want to make sure that this remains a reality. My goal in life, not this year. I'm not gonna set that New Year's resolution crap. My goal is to get out of this pit that I'm in, this financial mess that I'm in. This, and again, I don't have like credit card bills. That's not the case, right? I don't want you to think that I'm irresponsible with money. That's not the case. When I say this financial pit, as in I'm living check by check, right? I want to get out of that pit. I want to move into another apartment, and I want to wake up happy. That's what I want to do, right? I want to reboot my life. That's what I absolutely want to do. It's gonna be tough, but I can definitely do it, and I will try my best to keep you updated on the status, you know, whether it's a year from now, 2 years from now, or maybe a few months from now, who knows. Guys, I'm gonna end the video here because my son is bugging out right now. And he did poop what my wife is saying right now. Guys, I'm gonna let you go. Later.